Hey, where's the game show? Who the hell told these people they can take a day off? They don't make enough money to take days off. You know, that's probably why this show looks like some cheap YouTube garbage. In order for this show to make some serious money, it needs to look like it spends serious money. We need to up the budget without actually upping the budget. But we're going to have to make some serious changes around here. I need Bob J hosting. He's funny. I mean, he lives in Nebraska, but still. I'm going to put Bob in charge of the show next week. He's going to host. I'm going to give him the closest thing I can to a live audience. These people want to pretend they're in a comedy show. I'm going to seriously make them pretend they're in a comedy show. We need to up the budget. We need Bob J hosting. And also, live from New York, it's Come Inside!
It's Come Inside Live with Jared E. Cohen, Craig Luckner, Jesse Reyes, Renovska, featuring Aric Grooms, Robert Puncher, musical guest, The Criz, and your host, Bob Jorgensen. Ladies and gentlemen, Bob Jorgensen.
How crazy is this? All right, everybody. Welcome to Come Inside Live. I can't believe it. I can't believe that you guys can even afford me. I hate to say this, but 99% of the show's budget is now mine, and I don't think they realize that I'm not in New York for this. I'm actually in Lincoln, Nebraska, and I'm doing this virtually. I've actually only been to New York one time in my entire life, and it's just it's not the same. It's just not the same being on a screen as opposed to a dingy, smelly, rat-infested city. And the reason I think that is because it's I'm now getting heckled in all caps, and it's always the same. This is always the same heckle too. It's always like somebody just typing "gay" just row after the capital letter A is just trying to desperately get my attention. Look, folks, calling me gay is not an insult. Okay, I love the women, right? I watch what I believe is to be a socially acceptable amount of step bro porn. Like a Cruise Alone in the Office amount of step bro porn, like a truly patriotic amount of step bro porn. And so it's just not an insult. I'm about as heterosexual as you get. Now, however, I did blow a couple of guys in college. Look, it was 9/11, okay? It was a weird time for all of us, I mean, a couple of towers went down that morning, and I went down on a couple of towers that night. But it is great to be here. I always thought that this show is kind of like sloppy seconds, right? It's just a big chaotic mess, but I'm just happy to be a part of it. So without further ado, let's get this show on the road. We've got some fantastic guests lined up for you tonight. Musical guest, The Criz, and let's just roll with it, all right? Thank you for letting me be here.
Yeah, I'm just getting to the restaurant now. Yeah, he's here. Yeah, no, look, it's been 6 months, and I have to get away tonight. Okay, talk later. Hey, excuse me, are you,
Mike, yeah.
Oh, cool. I was just wondering, your picture,
Oh yeah, that was from college. I used to row.
Cool. What are you thinking of getting to eat? I love a good borscht.
Starting with dessert. Naughty, naughty.
It's not a dessert. It's a Russian beet soup. They're pretty famous for it here.
I guess they're making borscht into a soup now.
Have you all considered what you'd like to eat?
Yes, I will have the hot gazpacho.
Sir, we don't have a hot gazpacho here. We can make you a butternut squash soup. It's really good.
Yes, that's satisfactory.
And for you?
Borscht, please. Пожалуйста. Спасибо. So I saw in your profile that you're a certified diver. That's pretty cool. I love scuba.
Huh?
You're a certified diver?
Oh, no, I'm a certified muff diver. Oh. I like to throw jokes on my profile. Like with yours, you said you lived in Alaska and South Korea. I love a girl with a good sense of humor.
Yeah, actually, it's true. Yeah, my company used to send me to meet with vendors in South Korea and Alaska. Alaska is like really gorgeous, let me tell you.
There's a lot of sexual assault there.
That's true, but I fortunately never found myself in that situation.
Here's what I would do if I was a woman living in Alaska, okay? I would have a gun on me at all times, okay? Because in Alaska, everyone has guns all the time. I read something that people bring their guns to the bars, they bring their guns to the gym. I saw on a subreddit that, kindergartners bring their guns to class.
That's crazy. I've never thought about that before. Wow, that's, so what do you do for a job?
I work on Wall Street.
Cool, nice, making those hot trades.
I work at a highly regarded restaurant.
Oh, cool. So do you cook or manage?
I actually work on the floor, interacting with customers and conveying food experiences.
So you're a waiter?
Yeah, but I don't identify as a waiter. I am a writer. I'm a storyteller. I'm constantly writing and submitting my pitches around a few places. I'm not published per se, but...
I see. I'd love to read something you've written sometime.
Okay. I actually just submitted this to the New Yorker.
Oh, Mike. Where did we go wrong? Okay, guys, let's get this show on. We are going next to our guests. Let's just go ahead and bring them up if we can. I'm Bob J. Comedy. So here's our contestants tonight. First up, we have Aric Grooms. Aric Grooms began their career as a preacher. I hate to tell you this, Aric, but if tonight's any indication, you're going straight to hell. It says here he's a Kentucky colonel, can name the bourbon by simply feeling the bottle. I'm going to assume that feeling a bottle is some kind of euphemism. Was going with that. Great marksmanship. Horrible penmanship. Don't we all? Let's see here. Watched an entire football game with Howard Stern. God, what was that like, Robert? Or Aric, sorry.
It was amazing. It was great.
What was Howard Stern like?
He was fun. I didn't act like I knew who he was and didn't tell him I was in entertainment myself. And we just watched a football game. It was a blast. It really was.
Who was playing? And what was the over-under?
Well, it was like 4 years ago, and I'm not a betting man, so I don't remember the over-under. But it was Patriots, Steelers, and it was the AFC Championship game, 2016. But I'm from Cincinnati, so I couldn't root for the Steelers. He's from New York, so he couldn't root for the Patriots. So we just basically rooted for a tie and Ben Roethlisberger to die. So.
Oh, man. Aric, I was just messing with you. I have no idea what any of that means. Football.
Sounds like you know something about overs and unders, though.
Well, I've been to a few orgies. Next up, we got Robert Puncher. Puncher, I hardly know her. I'm sure he's never heard that joke before.
Yeah.
He invented powdered water. You just add water.
That's right.
Okay, I think I saw that on QVC.
It's still my idea.
As one less fun fact than Aric Grooms, I'm so glad that you participated tonight, Robert. That was great of you. Because now that means all I've got left is Craig Lautner, and I don't even want to talk to Craig Lautner. Countless clones were destroyed and raised in fire. This is the only one we've got left. And if you any indication of his face, it was not the best of the clones. He has a crush on the Criz. Who doesn't? I just met the Criz 2 minutes ago, and I'm already ready to go. May or may not be the real Craigla. No one will ever know. Craigla, how are you?
I'm doing well, thanks, Bob Jack.
All right, well, let's move it right along. What do we got going on next here, Jesse? This show's going faster than Jesse can pound buttons, and that's really all he does.
That's very true.
Look at this. Okay, all right. Just a reminder, play along out there in the audience. This is the best audience we've ever had, thanks to me getting hired. We cut all the advertising budget. I'm sorry, just so they could pad my pockets. So you might get on the scoreboard here if you catch the judge's attention. That's at Rabbit Walev up there in the corner.
It's true.
Yeah. So if you do that, then hey, that might get some points. The points don't mean anything for the audience. I just want to say it's just we know you don't have a lot going on. So keep watching. Anyway, we're gonna vote for the best player at each round for 3 points. The judges, it's gonna go like this. Rabbit, you're gonna award on a 3-2-1 scale. Okay, it can be arbitrary. It can be full of bias. You are the complete master of the situation. All right, make them bend to your will. All right, what do we got going on here for the first game, Jesse? Oh my goodness, that's a play on words, people. Stiff diction. Okay, here's how stiff diction works. We're going to provide you with a nonsense word that I'm suspecting Jesse didn't make up. It was probably Craigla over there. He probably made this up, which gives him an unfair advantage. Keep that in mind, scoring-wise. So it's not enough to just make up a definition of this nonsense word. Anybody named Jessica Keibel could do that. And she has. You also have to use it in a sentence. So break out those English degrees because we are going forward. What do we got going on for the first stiff diction word? Supapaloo. In case you're wondering what Supapaloo is, well, according to Jill at Frozen Glitter on Twitter, she says it's an old-fashioned term for a monocle worn by 19th century fancy men. That could be me. I could be a 19th century fancy man. Theodore had on his best top hat and carried his best carved oak walking stick, but he wasn't fit to impress the ladies without its classy Supapaloo. All right. Is there anyone who doesn't understand the game? Okay. All right. Stone Cold Aric Grooms. Let's start with you. What is Supapaloo to you?
Supapaloo is a Thai dish made with turkey meat, fresh ginger, soybeans, and stale pork rinds. It can be served with or without Lars pellets. Sentence, this Supapaloo blew my asshole out.
Is that what you and Howard Stern were dining on? We were watching that.
Yeah, he couldn't keep it down. He threw up his
Howard.
Yeah, he threw up his Supapaloo, but he didn't get the Lars pellets. He should have got Lars pellets. It kind of mellows it out.
All right, I love it. That's great. That's just as good of a definition as any other we're about to get tonight. Craigla, what is Supapaloo?
A Supapaloo is a fart while sleeping that wakes you and or your partner up. And in a sentence, I was fast asleep until the Criz dropped a Supapaloo.
Yeah, that implies you've ever been in the same room with the Criz. Fat chance. She's texting me right now. Fat chance. Thanks for playing. Okay, Robert, it's time for your stiff diction. What is Supapaloo?
Yes, I actually missed Aric Groom's definition. I had to run off camera. I don't know if you guys noticed or not, because the Supapaloo in my building rang the doorbell. Because you see, where I live in Harlem, the Supapaloo is the guy in the building who goes around anytime there's any issue and just tells everyone, you got a Supapaloo. because Papa Lou's got all the money. So that's the Sue Papa Lou is the guy that just really is making trouble for his father Lou. So used in a sentence. Sorry that Sue Papa Lou pulled me away for a minute.
Wow, I'm glad you brought a little method acting into that too. That was great. Okay, well, there you go. That's Supapaloo. All right, let's bring up the next stiff diction, shall we?
I would like to pass judgment if that's okay.
It's the
Sure.
It's true.
Or wait,
Are we at that point yet?
I believe for this word, I did enjoy the fart. The fart that wakes, and I did enjoy as well the dish that blows out your asshole. That was enjoyable. And Robert, you did do a play on words, but there was no farts and no assholes in it, so
true.
had to pass less judgment upon
Be
you.
on safari.
So
Okay.
my divine judgment has been passed. Continue as you would.
Oh, thanks. I'm so glad that I'm actually in charge of the show. Let's see. Let's go on with the next one. Oh, see, there's the slide I was looking for. Okay. Out next is Lars. Lars, according to Renovska, is used to be Cat's competitor across the street. They never made it. The prices were too high, and pastrami was never as fresh as at Cat's. That must be a very New York thing. I don't know, or a very Russian thing. I don't know, because quite frankly, is that like an Applebee's? I don't know what the hell that is. So, but anyway, let's move on and see what you come up with, Lars. All right, let's see here. Let's go. Okay, Aric, you're up. What's Lars?
Lars is a species of flightless bird native to the Agave region of Mexico. To use it in a sentence, hey, Howard Stern, if you put some Lars pellets in your Supapaloo, you won't spit it back out. I'd like to rethink most of my life right now.
It's okay. It's okay. The audience is also judging you. just think that.
I'm reading these comments, so yeah, I do aromatherapy fart vibes. I'm not a name dropper. That's
Cat's
one
is
thing.
deli. This is what. Oh, it's a deli, so it's like a Subway.
Yeah, Howard Stern told me to never drop names, guys, and I said I would never.
Should have told Roethlisberger not to drop the ball. Anyway, let's see here. Okay, Craig, what is Lars?
Yes, a Lars is an ancient butterscotch candy found in a grandmother's purse. And to use it in a sentence, I was sitting in synagogue with my gram, and I asked her if she could fish out a Lars.
No. Stop it. Just stop it. We've completely lost our elderly demographic now. At least you weren't fishing it out of her pockets this time.
It's true.
Okay. Robert, last but not least, by any means, what is Lars?
I have actually learned from our last judgment that a Lars is a long, lengthy, lazy fart. Could be used as a noun or a verb, such as after eating the chili, I just spent the rest of the evening Larsing around the house.
Nice. Very nice. Okay. Jared, what's going on here? How many points are you going to delve out?
Well, that last one, that fart, I mean, I don't know what it was about. It was just chef's kiss. I got to do a 3-point for that one. The ancient grandma candy that resides in the pockets, I gotta do 2 points for that one. That was pretty all right. And there just wasn't enough name dropping in the flightless bird one. So I had to give that one a 1. I also in our chat we had Pickly Andy said that Lars was the name for her fupa, and that's gonna get her 3 points. So she's gonna get on the board right now.
I don't even know what that is.
If you know, you know.
I'm gonna Google that right now.
Is that like one of those things with like the rabbit ear, like a chinchilla? Is that what that is?
Go into Google thinking that, and you will be surprised and astonished.
My internet's not even hooked up. I'm in Nebraska. Okay. All right. So we got
relate hard to fupa.
You relate hard to fupa? You find it hard to fupa?
Yeah.
Fupa solidarity.
Fupa could literally be a stiff diction word. No one knows what the hell that is.
It's so true.
Except apparently Pickly Andy, which is okay. That's more than. All right, moving on. We only have a limited amount of time here, people. YouTube stops us after a while. I don't know if you realize that. Okay, let's go on to the last stiff diction. Oh, thank God. This is creakle, which I think is actually a real word. But anyway, according to Andy Fluttums, the bane of my existence, Fluttums, creakle is a worrisome freckle. The doctor said probably isn't anything, but let's get it looked at. Example: I have a creckle on my penis. Would you like to see? Fine. I didn't want to choke you anyway. You gotta stop going to feet doctors. I think podiatry is probably not the right person to go to for that. All right, Aric, creckle, creckle. We gotta go.
Okay, creckle is an exercise routine developed by David Duck-Toe Johnson-Smith, which focused primarily on thumb strength and agility. To use it in a sentence, hey, Howard Stern, do you want to go to creckle class with me?
I really hope you're just making these up now that these weren't prepared. They just decided to go with a Howard Stern thing. Please tell me that. Just lie to me and tell me that this is all.
The Howard Stern, I did not know this was going to be a thing. They wanted 4 fun facts, and I just talked about it today with a guy. I thought it'd be 4th fun fact. Those two only had 3 fun facts. That should give me Rabbit. What else? That should give me 1 more point because I had 1 more fun fact than those 2. Anyway, I'm just saying. But anyway, that's what creckle is. That's real.
It's even more like flex than a fun fact, but I mean, whatever. Craig, creckle.
Yes, this is a cray cool is actually how it's pronounced.
Oh.
And this is something that when someone does something amazing or exciting or just plain badass, it's cray cool, like Craig cool. So to use it in a sentence, yeah, that was cool, but was it cray cool?
Wow. Okay. So you make me want to say like everything's on fleek when you talk like that. Is anything on fleek anymore? I'm starting to think that things are definitely off fleek nowadays. All right, and Robert, creckle.
It's funny because my definition for creckle is actually the exact opposite of Craig's. A creckle is an old person's tickle. Okay, it's a little creepy, little creaky. Used in a sentence, my grandmother gave me a creckle, and I've been going to therapy ever since.
Yikes. What's always bad is after a creckle, then you get a Lars after that. So it's circle of life, people. It's like a food chain. Horrible food chain. Jared, please save us from this. Give this guy's points already.
That was, oh goodness, that was, what a round. It was, by Craig's definition, it was not creckle. We're gonna have to go with thumbs and agility. We're gonna give that the old 2 points right there. Howard Stern coming in for the save, and for the extra fun fact, we're gonna bump it up to 3. Craig's definition, the very cool. You can think that. It's going to pop up to 2. And Robert, you've given me nightmares for the rest of my life, and I'm going to give you a 1 for that.
Very nice.
My judgment is passed.
Pickling Andy had the best crackle response. It's the crumbs you find after taking off your bra. Don't I know it? I am there with you, sister. Girl, same. That's what
Black crumb solidarity.
Oh, man.
I get crumbs in my fupa sometimes. Just the top of the fupa where it meets my belly. Sometimes I get some
you just
crumbs
leave
in
it. You just leave it charged up. Like you have it charged on the charger the entire time while you're fupaing.
Yes.
Oh, goodness
Yes, I
gracious.
do.
I'm going to Google that on incognito mode. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our next musical guest. Ladies and gentlemen, our first musical guest, sorry. Let's say a big hello to the Criz.
Yeah.
Take it away.
Great.
All you. Give it up, everybody. Man, that was awesome. Thanks for coming.
Here we go. Let's do the news. This week, Kid Rock was recorded using a homophobic slur in a concert in Tennessee. People are still listening to Kid Rock, said every ordinary American. Washington State has started a marijuana giveaway as incentive for residents to get their vaccines. In a similar move, West Virginia is giving away crystal meth. The U.S. is funding a study regarding whales' hearing, which is moving along despite concerns for the well-being of whale populations. A spokesperson for the whales had this to say. AMC has announced plans to attract retail stock investors by offering free popcorn and movie tickets as investment bonuses. However, the sudden drop in AMC's stock price the following day indicates investors were not on board. They should have given away free crack. All right, everybody, that was awesome. Thank you so much.
It's always best when you laugh at your own jokes, Jesse. It works great for me on stage. Jesse writes 4 jokes all week, and that's and he's really happy about it.
No. That whale joke destroyed.
No, yeah, that was great. Way to trim the blower off of those jokes, Jesse. It's great. All right, guys. Now we're gonna give Jesse just a chance here. Okay, we're coming up on our second game, which is Idiometry. All right. Yes. Production values second to none, says Ed. Second to none because there are none. We're proud of that. Okay. This is Idiometry, where you're going to invent an updated version of an idiom that we're going to give you. For example, let's have an example of an idiom here. We're going to give Jesse a couple minutes. Okay, here we go. For example, if you were to say an idiom, beat around the bush, someone like me might say, yeet in front of my parole officer. I don't know what any of that means, but it's an idiom. Okay, so that's what we're kind of going for here, folks. Craig, Idiometry, you're more familiar with this than probably anybody else. Why don't you go first?
Yeah, I think the beat around the bush should be updated to tap around the labia. Tap around the labia.
Yeah. We're gonna give that a minute to sink in for all the ladies in the audience to remind us that you have no idea where any of that is. Robert, while Craig is looking up Grey's Anatomy on his bookshelf, what's your idiom?
To update it to make it more modern, I said we should not tweet around the subreddit.
Oh, wow. Very, very modern and a little bit snobby. It's great. That's all I like. Stone Cold Aric Grooms, you're next.
You shouldn't fart around the poop. I'm just trying to win points with the judges here.
What's our actual fart joke to not fart joke ratio on this show?
I don't know, but they seem to always grab a point.
Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see here. So, Jared, what do we got going on here? How you gonna rate those it's with their idiometry?
I think that was a warm-up round. Popped everyone off with some 2s. Let's see what you got on the next round. I'm looking to see the wit. Bring on the wit.
Idioms are no joke, people. This is a very hard game. It really does. It implies that you've read anything. And I know that most of us haven't. So let's see here. What's our next idiom? Because this is not a train wreck by any means. It's also not rocket science. That's your idiom number 2, Craig.
Yes, it is not a train wreck. That should be the new idiom. No.
You can't use
I'm gonna go with it's not social media influencing. That's my updated version.
Are you sure about that?
I'm like 60% there. Yeah.
You realize that you came up with these.
Yes, this is my game that I invented.
Yeah.
And I also chose the idioms. And that's the best I can come up with right now. Yes. It's not like it's social media influencing, Bob. Thank you.
Okay. That's great. Robert, you can't do worse
I'm not far. I have. It's not successfully promoting a Zoom comedy show.
I'm neither is this. But thanks. Okay, that's a really good one, actually. Okay, Aric, what do we got?
Hey, look, it's not critical race theory. Because I don't understand that shit at all, and I tried.
Oh man. Well, then you're very privileged to not understand it. That's how that works.
It's all right.
Well, that's critical race theory in a
Been
nutshell.
a
Okay.
hell of a run. Oh,
Man. Okay, whoever back there is mocking my my virtual background, you're on the list. That's all I'm saying. I didn't catch any names. I'm deliberately not learning the audience's names tonight. I will not have this. Jared, criticize and judge at your will.
Yes. Critical race theory. We're going to go with a 3 for that. That is, use some elevated terms there. Successfully promo and social media influencing. We're going to go with 2s because we would like to know those secrets. And that's no joke.
All right, we get those points up there. We just like cut right out of that right away. I know Criz is still winning, so you know
it's anybody's game.
As long as your name is Criz, then yes, it's anybody's game.
Any Criz can win this.
Okay, let's move on to idiom number 3. No pain, no gain. Craig, take it away.
No push, no poop.
That's spoken like somebody who has small kids or a fiber problem. So, okay. Robert, please tell me you have an idiom.
No vax, no stacks. Incentivizing that.
I'm not sure what you mean by stacks in that reference, but okay, we're gonna go. I'll go with it. Okay, Aric, please save us.
No T-Pain, no I'm in love with a stripper.
That is critical.
Too many white people here.
Yeah.
Too many white people.
Maybe that's not. Jared, how did we do on this final round of idiometry?
In this final round, y'all turned it around. T-Pain, cultural icon. If we don't have I'm in love with a stripper, we don't have modern society. No vax, no stacks. If we have neither of those, we are doomed. And no push, no poop. I mean, classic poop joke. So 3s all around.
There you go. Andy had the best one. No dicks, no picks.
I saw that.
Can we give Pickley a couple points there? Is that impossible? Can we do that? Oh, Pickley Andy. Let's throw a couple points on her.
No picks.
No dicks, no pics. Would there even be an internet without the dick pic? That's true. That is what I'm wondering because I need something to do later. So, all right. Well, that was idiometry. I didn't make up the game. Blame whoever did it.
It seems like
see, even Lautner's denying it. Damn. All right. All right. So after this, traditionally, we would take a little break. So we're going to do that with bringing back the current winner of our show. Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring back the Criz. All right, we were having a lot of trouble with the Criz's audio. I apologize to everybody. We're gonna see if we can't fire whoever was in charge of her audio.
Maybe we'll try again in a bit, hon.
All right. Well, so classic, live TV, from a virtual standpoint. We're just gonna move on. We're just gonna pick up the pieces here, and we're gonna move on to our final game, my favorite game of the entire show. It's called Sappenin'. In this game, this is where we give you a photo that's clever, and then you have to come up with a clever caption for that photo. It's the simplest game we've got. And here we go. Let's take a look at our first photo if we can. All right, there we go. Look at all those happy little campers, huh? All right, Aric, what's the first thing that you think is happening?
I think the lady on the left is talking, and she's saying this. Danny, Stacy, Tina, I swear to you, I'm not kidding. Kid Rock is the best rapper of all time.
Wow. Yeah, you can tell that guy in the middle is like, you are so full of shit when she said that.
Hey,
oh my. Oh my.
Never met a motherfucker like him. I saw what you wrote, Craig. I saw what Craig wrote about me. That's all right.
Craig loves nothing but redneck rap. That's how it goes.
Oh, yeah. It's hip hop. Hip hop, they call it.
Hip hop.
Hip hop.
Hip hop. Hip hop.
Okay. Let's see here. Speaking of hiccups, Robert, what's going on? What's happening?
The young lady in the green jacket is saying to the others, so you got those tattoos from that guy in that tent right over there?
You just don't hear the generator in the background. That's the only thing missing from the tattoo gun. Or maybe it's some ancient shaman who just does the little hammer and chisel thing.
Yeah, authentic.
That guy looks like he's into pain. Speaking of which, Craig, I'm sure you've got a caption for this.
I do. The young lady with the spatula is saying, "Come on, numbnuts! It's not a souffle; it's a frittata."
All right, I love it. I mean, Jared, what do we got? You're the judge. I mean, I'm just here.
Yes. No, that was excellent across the board. I'm going to maintain 3s and a message. We are going into the final stretch. There are two more opportunities. I expect your best, for my final judgment will be swift, and it will be final, and it will carry with you for the rest of your life. The points are actually the amount of limbs you will be able to carry with you into the hereafter. The hereafter is a restaurant I opened a couple years back. So if it exceeds the total that you have right now, you will be given them at the door. Keep that in mind as we go into the next two.
Oh my God.
Right.
Okay. Well, that was terrifying on a number of levels. All right. Hey, Jared, they want to know how we can hook up to your ASMR channel.
Oh, well, pending.
Okay. So, Jared, out of all these wonderful tweets from our esteemed audience members, which one caught your eye?
Yes, the one that caught my eye was my turn. No, I don't want to die. From Mr. Peter Siddell.
That's fantastic.
The dark overtones are.
All right, that's great. Okay, so he's a candidate for tonight's Freak in the Tweets. Let's see here. All right, so we're going to move on to, look at this. Well, this is super wholesome already. I mean, I can't just look at that. This is like every college little montage that I've ever seen on recruitment videos that I was not allowed to attend. Aric, what do you got going on here? What's happening?
Well, the guy in the plaid is saying to the girl, he says, hey, Sarah, it's cool he's playing Kanye, but I swear to God, if this motherfucker says the N-word one more time, I'm going to knock his ass out.
That's some critical race theory happening right there.
I like that guy because I have that same shirt.
Bold choice not to wear it tonight. That's great.
I'm all for my own merch right now.
Robert, what's happening?
He's actually saying this is my acoustic cover of Bawuda by Kid Rock.
I just love how all the jokes are incestuous. Like every single joke just is human centipede with every other previous joke. It's just fantastic. so much going on. Craig,
I won't do that because I'm actually not listening to what Robert or Eric say, so I won't be adding on to that. But I think that the lady in this photo is saying, "I swear to God, I will murder you, Jason, if you play Wonderwall."
It's the only song white guitar players under the age of 20. No, it's the only song. Oh, that's fantastic. All right.
That's great.
Jared, this was actually kind of tough. These guys were pretty funny this round.
Yeah, Aric, you're coming out with 3. That was excellent, and I could imagine someone saying that and someone doing that. The acoustic cover and Wonderwall are on the same page, so we're going to give them both 2s. So my judgment has been passed. My final judgment is yet to come.
Anyway, here's Wonderwall. Oh, man. Okay. Let's see here. So, Jared, what do you got here from the Twitter fest?
Yes. I enjoyed what Musings had to say, that guitars are to cishet white men what air is to the rest of us. I feel that's very accurate and funny.
That's great.
And sad.
Well, she is an intelligent idiot. You know, I mean,
This is true.
All right, Musings once again in our finalist here. Let's see. Okay, we got. All right, so it looks like to me we are going to go back. We have solved the Criz's audio problems, and so we're going to hold off on the last Stappening caption.
You can take my seat.
And we are going to see if we can't actually, class up this dump with an with an acoustic guitar performance, ironically enough. So everybody give it up for the Criz one more time.
Wonderwall.
Okay, here we go. Put your dreams away for now. See for the sun. I get lost in my mind. I get lost in my mind. Come on, story. Nobody home when you sleep now. I get lost in my mind. I get lost in my wisdom is all that I need. No other, your glory now. Don't you worry, don't worry about it. As that bricklaying goes, as your engine runs, is your bridge getting built? All your hands getting filled? Won't you tell me, my brother, there are stars up above? We can start. Lost in my mind, yes I get lost in my mind, yes I get lost in my mind. Lost in my mind, yes I get lost in my mind. Lost in my mind, yes I get lost in my mind. Lost in my mind, yes I get lost. Yes I get
was cool, man. I'm glad we could get that going. Criz, thank you so much for being here. It's really the only reason to do the show. Is it was a very, even though we weren't going to even have a musical guest, and then all of a sudden, we said, well, we need something that people might want to watch. Here we are. That's great. But now it's more of us. So what could possibly go right? All right. Oh, hey, look at that. We still have one more wonderful picture now. Aric, I know you've got something in you, and it's time to get it out.
All right. So the four young people on the left there, any of them could be saying this. They're all thinking this, but any of them can say it. They would say, "Quit hogging the binoculars, Rebecca. The rest of us want to watch the Palestinians get blown up."
What? Wow.
Hey, look, you keep me up this late, this is what you get.
Love it.
See, I'm in a different time zone. It's only 9 p.m. here. So there you go.
Right.
That's the advantage. The advantage. Yet another advantage of doing this virtually. Okay, Robert, you look like a guy who doesn't sleep. What do you got going on with this one?
I was going to say that they were all watching some Los Angeles forest fires together, which actually seems light in comparison to Eric's joke now. So.
Hell, those punks probably started it. Okay. Craig, what's happening?
Yeah, the girl with the binoculars saying, "Seriously, guys, I can see the future, and nobody's vaxxed."
That'd be great if it was like one of those little kaleidoscope thingies from back when I was a kid, instead of binoculars. Okay, Jared, please score some points.
All right. Well, we're gonna go with Palestine gets 2. The indictment of death gets 2. We're gonna get forest fires for 3, and the future sight. We're gonna give that a 1, which brings us to a tie. Which means Craig and Robert, you both have to fight to the death right now, virtually.
Yeah. Or you just tell another joke. I mean, you were kind of dying either way. No. Sorry. I would just like to point out that once again, the Palestinians got the raw end of the deal on that score. Goodness gracious. Just history is repeating itself all over again. I thought more of your view, Jared. Thought maybe the Palestinians had a chance on that one. But no. Oh,
the point deduction, can I be honest? Aric, you didn't say quit bogarting the binoculars. It was right there. You said quit hogging them. That would have popped you over.
Right, but I'm old. I don't know what that means. I'm 50 years old. I don't know what bogarting means. That's like Humphrey Bogart? Like
yes, Bogart to
yes.
What's it mean? Tell me.
It's to hog. It's to hug. It's a synonym to hog, but it's also an older term.
Oh, it is also.
It would have been an older term. Yes.
It'll be in our next idiometry game. Don't bogart that joint now. Okay. All right, so Jared. Who is the Twitter letter here?
Oh, this one, the simple Craig reminiscent. Hey, I can see our futures. Well, 4 of us anyway. Sorry, Billy.
That's perfect.
Oh man,
that's good.
Okay, well, all right. Floodhams gets a damn point, I guess. Okay, and this totally true rendition of me that you guys caught me in my civvies. Oh my goodness. This is just what I do casually on the weekends with the Criz when we're out touring. Jared, who is the freak in the tweets this week out of our finalists?
And the freak in the tweets is your favorite. Drum roll, please. It was Floodhams on the last
son
one.
of a. Why are
Yes.
you like that, Fluttums? Why are you the way you are?
That.
Oh.
Simple. Yep.
I mean, we're so happy that Jared thinks you're funny. Please play along, everybody. Come inside US every week for you two to be freaking the tweets. I'm so happy right now.
Yes. We have a new nemesis for Bob.
Fluttums knows what he did. All right. Well, then, so now it's time. Who's the big overall winner? What's the scores turn out to be here? Who came in third? Who came in second? Who came in first? Who came in a sock? When I wasn't looking. Was it me?
I think you were the sock, Bob. I think we can.
An hour
we
in
can
and we
agree
have a
on that.
joke. Finally.
Yes. So the Criz blew it out of the water with her performance, but for the other aspects of the show, Aric, you're up on top, buddy. You're in first place. Robert and Craig, you guys were tied for second and third, but give us the results of that battle. We'll get a pay-per-view, kind of like what was it, Mayweather versus one of the Paul boys? We'll do one of those with the both of you.
That was a tie also, I think.
It was Mayweather versus Pauly Shore.
Oh, no.
It was a draw.
I don't doubt it.
It was a draw. We're all laying on the mat. That's all that matters at this point. Okay, hey, let's look at this. All these people here, they're all desperate for your attention in various media forms, and not just this little virtual YouTube show that we do once a week. Aric is, you can follow him on Twitter at Aric Grooms, and Instagram with just Aric Grooms. Just Aric Grooms. Aric, what do you got going on, man?
Man, we're with Craig and Robert here. We do Very Good Comedy Show. We're starting to get back live in New York City doing shows live. I'll be in Ohio this weekend doing shows. We actually, during the pandemic, I shot a short film. We've been accepted already to 11 festivals. We won awards in 2 of them already. And we got a feature film that we're in final edits of that should be out this summer called Midlife. So all of these, you'll learn more about them on my Instagram. So that's what I've got going on. And then, of course, this show.
Okay, we're not having you back. I mean, you'll be here next week.
I meant just now.
No.
Right.
So that's not really. I mean, that's literally going on, not what you got going on.
I got to take my lights down, move my couch back. I mean, yeah, it's a big deal.
It's a whole thing.
It's a thing. Yeah. But I appreciate you guys. This has been fun. I've had an absolute blast.
Awesome. Well, that makes one of us. Okay. Robert, apparently you are also out in New York, so elaborate. Do what you do.
Yeah, that's right. Also do the Very Good Comedy shows. We have one coming up on Sunday, the 13th, 8 p.m. at Broadway Comedy Club. And then I'll be at V-Spot and Hinkies on the 19th. And for July 4th weekend, we'll be in Pittsburgh, Butler area at Parkway Theater in the Butler Arts Center.
You're all traveling around. Look at you just driving from city to city, doing a comedy thing. Man, you know who's not upwardly mobile? Craig Lautner, ladies and gentlemen. Craig, I'm almost afraid to ask. What are you up to?
Well, Aric and Robert promised they would give me 2 minutes on their show this Sunday at Broadway Comedy Club if I let them come on this show for an hour. It sounded like a fair trade. So we're all going to be on this Very Good Comedy Show this Sunday, 8 p.m., Broadway Comedy Club. You guys can get your tickets for streaming or in person at verygoodcomedyshow.eventbrite.com. I just dropped it in the chat, and we hope to see you all there in person or virtually. So that's what I got coming up on Sunday. Very excited. And then, yes, here we have some of Aric's propaganda that I spent a long time putting together right before the show. So I want to make sure that we give him his dues.
People with actual credits make me nervous.
Yeah, these are real credits.
Yeah, these are real credits. Quite frankly, I don't know how to handle this. Oh, and Aric is turning the mic off. So. He's already turned down his set, so he's moving back. He's hard to move back in. It's
Yeah, he
3
won.
hours past his bedtime. He's got to get the
That's it.
Metamucil injection right into his big toe. We get it. We understand. Dude's got low blood sugar, I'm sure, at this point of night. Goodness. You know, seriously, having an actual career is not easy, people, and he just can't be up late like this. Tolerate you people, and we know none of you guys got anything going on. Anyway, so for me, you can see me on occasion. I do shows in Lincoln, Nebraska. I know that's a hot ticket for you. So, come on down.
It's on my bucket list.
Come on down to the Zoo Bar. That's where I was. Anyway, actually, this is a true story. Last week was the first time I'd been on stage in 426 days, and fortunately, blew the roof off the damn dump. So that was actually fun for me. But other than that, I just do this. Whether they like me to come back or not, we'll see what happens.
All right, I'm going to play the real finale for you here. Ready? You ready to get your real finale here?
Oh, we have a real finale. Jesus Christ.